months since my last episode, but today I'm here with my friend Allie and Milo, who's under the table. Hi Milo.
I'm Allie. Me and Amy worked together. Started basically at the same time. Then we became desk neighbors and
Here we are.
And good friends, and here we are at my kitchen table.
We haven't worked together for like over a year because we both got different jobs.
So when did you leave?
What year is it right now? 2021? 2020 maybe? Ignore what I just said. Today the topic is going to be about all things career related. So like our struggles, thoughts, my questions to Allie. And we're not drinking boba today, but we are drinking Allie's coffee. Cheers! Okay. Is it recording? Okay, good. So in the past, Allie and I have ranted a lot about work to each other. You know, we feel lost. I shouldn't say we, I feel lost a lot. Do you worry about anything specific when it comes to career?
Biggest fear, being stuck. An industry I don't enjoy or a job function I don't enjoy. The more that time passes, you gain experience in one vertical. The harder and harder it gets to get out of that, not being able to pivot.
Well, why wouldn't you be able to pivot?
If you're in one industry or in one, job function, and you decide you don't like that anymore, and then you want to go, probably going to give is salary. So that's
start
like,
over.
right, you have to start over. The older that I get, the more that becomes a concern for me, because I'm still trying to figure out, where my passions are, I guess. What I really want my career trajectory to look like.
So on an opposite note, I'm kind of worried about toxic growth mindset. Everyone always feels the need to do more, get a higher salary, of course, and to get promoted and stuff. Then I worry, what if that makes me never content? So I know you're worried about being still, but then I'm worried about what if you can never find a place. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you're always looking for more, and you'll never just be like happy with where you are. And I guess that makes sense.
Because everyone always wants to climb the corporate ladder. I don't know if that's something I even want.
I don't know. Like the journey is the whole point of life, right? It's never to get to the destination. That's what Miley Cyrus told me.
It's a climb.
It's a climb.
Maybe I'm just lazy. Choose a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Do you think that's actually true?
Ooh. Do I know anybody who really, really loves their job? My job was to be professionally famous. Kim Kardashian. Well, you know what? My mom loves her job. She loves the purpose that it gives her. She's the hardest working person I know. It is draining and she does consider it work.
Even though she loves it. The saying's not really valid.
I think it's exaggerated. Find a job you love, you won't consider it work as much.
No, I agree. I think as I got older, reality check, it's really not like that. You kind of get different hobbies as you get older anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna turn it into work anyways.
When I first graduated, I remember like not believing the next 60 years or whatever, I have to do this every day. Grow older, it just becomes part of life. I don't know if that's applicable. Something you have to do, so you might as well enjoy it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. What are your thoughts on like quitting your job? When do you think that would be the solution?
I mean, I've never been in a situation where I quit before I had a job lined up. Right? Some people, for their mental health, they need to do that, and like I think that it's at that point that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like I know people that like are overworked to the point of like crying. Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, those are like the red flags.
Right. If it's actually like affecting your mental health day to day. Other than that, like find a new job first if you can. I mean, unless you're not in this financial situation where you have to.
I don't know anything about that. I can't relate to that.
I've never been in such situation.
I mean, also you would have to take your time to think, because then you could just get yourself into the same exact situation and then go through the same cycle and then have to quit again.
Well, sometimes it's hard if you're in a situation where you're being like fully overworked. It's hard to find time to apply. It's hard to find time to interview.
How would you even navigate that? I don't know. You just have to do it. Imposter syndrome. Have you ever felt that?
Have I ever not is a better question. Faking it till you make it, baby. You gotta stretch the truth, right? Because there are things that you know how to do because you've either filled in for somebody at work to do them, you did it once. Throw that on your resume.
Have you faked it till you make it?
Have I maked it? Have I maked it? I'll let you know.
I'm still figuring it out too.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Thank you, Alex.
You're so welcome.
It's feeling like a talk show.
I love it. Good to start specializing mental health services specifically for like teens navigating social media.
I've never thought about that.
I think that I wasn't ready to go to college when I did and like start my career when I did. I didn't really understand what goes into everything. I would hope something might exist in the future, more streamlined career counseling for the youth.
Instead of being 18 and be like, figure out what you want to do forever.
Right? Who came up with this model?
It's terrible.
It's terrible. People came up with it when life expectancy was lower, and now we're working until we're way older. Is that even true? You know what? That's probably wrong.
I feel like I watched a TikTok explaining how capitalism came about, but I don't remember the facts. So anyways.
That was not, we strayed so far away from the question.
What was my question? It was anything tech related. On Allie's note, also, we should have career services for 18-year-olds
And
25-year-olds.
like, did you watch The Social Network?
Yes, I did.
So like more accountability for, I don't know, or agencies or something like that that regulate social media so that it's not as harmful. Circling back to what I said earlier about like me just not having a clue when I was young, I think that if I was able to see how a business like works, I didn't get it. Like I didn't get what the options were of like what my career could be. My advice would be talk to people in different industries. And that's probably my advice because my biggest fear is being stuck in an industry or a job function that you're unhappy with. If you like 2 jobs at a company, apply to both because they could be going to different recruiters, might have different hiring managers.
Yeah, so LinkedIn is a good tool. Try not to focus so much on grades unless you're going to grad school or med school or something like that. I think I worried too much about that and there was no point really.
Okay, interesting. I'd like to snowball opposite over here because I didn't worry about grades at all. I kind of regret that because if I wanted to change verticals.
Oh, okay.
I would, going back to school would be a good option to do so.
Well, don't completely neglect your grades, but
right.
you have to get work experience.
Happy medium. Still go out if you have a quiz tomorrow, but look over your notes. Don't show up drunk.
Have you done that before? Yeah.
Yeah. Hire me. First of all, it depends on who you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Your job title won't matter. They just want you to succeed. And at work, I guess it also depends on the culture and stuff like that. I think job title probably goes a little bit more, a very clear ladder.
I just mean like it affects how people see you, treat you differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So it makes me sad.
That job title matters?
Yeah, kind of. I grew up in an Asian household where it really matters.
It matters.
So I think that's just internalized at this point.
Let's talk about my parents' friends because I'm not even 30. I like to think we're still young professionals, but who knows? Family like looks up to certain people, not because they have good jobs, but because they are really smart and like hardworking. I can think of my parents' friends who are really successful, but I don't know their job titles, right? So they talk more about what they do and how involved they are and how smart they are. Now that I think
that's
about
what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
No, that's good to hear.
Just do you, boo.
How would you make work more fun? Yeah, because you said we have to enjoy it before, remember?
So it's really hard now. My favorite part about work was like coming in and seeing you and seeing Will, and like we went and got coffee every Friday. That's definitely huge. And it's really hard in a hybrid or remote situation, especially if it's hybrid and people are rotating and you're never with the same people. We both started our new jobs remotely. Do you go in at all?
No, never.
Yeah,
I've never met any of my coworkers.
Right, that's huge. Especially for like new grads who like this is your first job.
Yes.
And if you can go into the office and like start making friends, because that's what makes
the job.
For sure.
Honestly.
Yeah.
For now. That we can't do that. The only way is just to make your workspace better for you somehow.
Find the parts of your job that you enjoy and accentuate them. I really like making lists and crossing things off the list. I'm like a loser.
Do you think a job is just a way to pay for the lifestyle you want?
So I'll go back to my mom, who's the one person that comes to mind when I think of like loves her job, right? What was the question?
Or is it more like working to live or living to live?
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends on who you are. I think that you spend so much time at work and like doing work, the majority, that's what you're doing. Yes, it's a means to pay the bill. It should be something that you find rewarding. For me, I need it to be
something
a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
So I was leaning towards the other way. You're right. You do have to feel good about it, obviously. You just find the balance.
And even if the balance is your coworkers and the relationships that you make with them.
What did you want to be when you were younger, and would your younger self be surprised what you do now?
For my preschool graduation, like everybody had to go up to the mic in front of like the auditorium and say what they wanted to be when they were younger.
Oh my god.
And I think I said a nurse.
I think you should go to nursing school. I always said that, but yeah.
And then when I was in middle school, I had braces, and I really enjoyed
having braces,
taking them apart and putting them back together. The little rubber bandy things that go around the brace off, and take the big wire out and then put it back.
Are you supposed to do that?
No. But I was really good at it, so I was like, oh, I should be an orthodontist. I mean, nurses make good money too, but I think that I wouldn't be surprised that I ended up in healthcare pharma.
You think you ended up in the right field?
Yeah.
For me, I think I wanted to be a teacher or a weather reporter or an actress, so it's like one of those three, and I'm neither.
Well, we're on camera, halfway there.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I don't think I knew what a 9 to 5 office job was, obviously.
I had no idea.
Yeah, definitely would be surprised.
Yeah.
Look at me now. How do you get yourself out of work slumps when you're feeling like really unmotivated?
I apply to jobs. Really unhappy. I just apply to a bunch of jobs.
But it's just some kind of way to make you feel better.
Yeah, it gives me a little bit of control.
That you have the power.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Go on an interview because interviewing is a skill, and it's a skill that you have to practice, and if you don't do it for a long time, it gets stale.
Yes, and to take mental health days. In the beginning, I was like scared to take PTO, like in the very beginning when I started working, because it feels kind of illegal, even though it's given to you. No, now I'm just like, okay, you got the day all the time.
Also, I like to plan trips because then you have something to look forward to.
A little bit hard right now.
Yeah, but even if you, I don't know, look forward to the weekends. You don't even have to plan a trip, like plan an event that you're doing on the weekend, and then you have something to look forward to. Yeah, look at us now. Saturday morning, looking forward to it all week. Seeing my friend Amy.
Do you have a role model when it comes to career?
Oh yeah, my mom. So on my work laptop, I have my mom's business card taped.
Your mom looks like a celebrity. I've done told you that before, but she really does. Why do you put it on your work laptop?
Because she's a boss, so it reminds me to be the boss. Also, I just like had it lying around. I didn't know where to put it, so I taped it there.
Same for me. I also look up to my parents as role models. It's like they work really hard and they work very physically demanding jobs, so I admire their work ethic. My dad's a postal worker, like over 30 years. My mom's a small business owner. We work really hard. I would also say like my parents are my role models.
Oh, I love that. So I want to give a shout out to Karen Krug and Delia Saraceno. They're like my mentors.
You know, it's not a question. It's
Okay.
another saying.
It's a prompt.
Read out there. It's like a study, and it says that happiness actually peaks at $75,000 a year, and even if you make more, you won't be happier.
That's a saying.
Yeah, it's a study.
That's a study that didn't include people who live in New York City. Maybe in Nebraska, but $75,000 in New York isn't really it.
So where did that study come from?
Well, I don't know, you found it.
I just want to believe it though.
Okay, let me know how it works.
Thank you for watching the video. Thank you to Allie again for having me over and making coffee.
Thanks for coming, this was fun. Remember to like and subscribe for my girl Amy's YouTube channel. Comment, send it to your friends. Comment again, because my girl wanted to be an actress when she was younger, and now she's halfway there.
Yeah. Check out the other Boba Chats videos, the playlist on my channel, and I will see you next time.